Officer Michael Harris drove his patrol car down the quiet streets of Greenville, North Carolina, on a crisp autumn morning. The leaves were beginning to turn, casting vibrant shades of orange and red along the sidewalks. He had been on the force for over 15 years, yet every day felt meaningful. Michael's presence was comforting to the community. He was known not just for his badge, but for his kindness. This morning, however, was different. He had received a call about a disturbance at the local orphanage, Hope House. Michael had visited the place several times for minor incidents, but something in his gut told him today would be unlike any other. Pulling into the driveway, he parked his cruiser and stepped out, adjusting his cap. The director, Ms. Eleanor James, stood anxiously by the front steps, wringing her hands. "Officer Harris," she greeted him nervously. "Thank you for coming so quickly." "Of course, Ms. James," Michael replied warmly. "What's going on?" "We had an incident with some of the older children," she explained, guiding him inside. "A group of girls got into a fight. It's not the first time, but it's getting harder to manage." Michael followed her into a modest room where 6 young girls sat, their expressions ranging from defiance to fear. He looked at each of them carefully. They seemed tired, worn by hardships too heavy for their young shoulders. "Ladies," he began gently, "I'm Officer Harris. I'm here to help, not punish. Can someone tell me what happened?" The eldest, a girl with fierce, protective eyes named Emily, spoke up first. "We're tired of being pushed around by the older kids. They keep taking our things." Michael listened attentively, feeling a pang in his heart. As he spoke with each girl, learning their names, Emily, Olivia, Sophia, Isabella, Ava, and Mia, he realized they had formed their own little family, united by shared pain and adversity. After resolving the immediate issue, Michael couldn't shake the feeling that he was leaving something undone. As he drove away, the image of the 6 girls stayed firmly in his mind. He thought about his own empty home, the quiet rooms filled only with echoes. A radical idea began to take shape. That evening, Michael sat alone at his kitchen table, lost in thought. He knew what he wanted to do, but the enormity of the decision weighed heavily on him. Could he, a single man with a demanding job, possibly take on the responsibility of raising 6 young girls? His older sister Grace dropped by as she often did. Noticing his troubled expression, she sat beside him. "What's on your mind, Michael?" He hesitated before finally speaking. "I went to Hope House today. 6 girls, sisters in all but blood, are struggling. They deserve better." Grace listened quietly, understanding dawning on her face. "You're thinking about adopting them, aren't you?" Michael nodded slowly. "It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But they need someone. I can't ignore this feeling, Grace." Grace reached for his hand, giving it a reassuring squeeze. "Michael, you have the biggest heart of anyone I know. It won't be easy, but you won't be alone. I'll help you." Encouraged by his sister's unwavering support, Michael made his decision. The next morning, he returned to Hope House, meeting with Ms. James to discuss his intentions. She was surprised but deeply moved. "Officer Harris," she said, tears glistening in her eyes, "those girls have been praying for a miracle. You might just be it." When Michael met with the girls again, their expressions were cautious but hopeful. He knelt to their level, speaking from his heart. "I know life hasn't been easy for you, but I want to change that. I'd like to be your dad. It won't always be perfect, but I'll always be here for you." The girls exchanged glances, tears welling up in their eyes. Emily, ever the protector, stepped forward. "We just want to stay together. Will you promise us that?" Michael smiled warmly, his heart swelling. "I promise. You'll always have each other, and now you'll have me too." That day marked the beginning of a remarkable journey. As Michael left Hope House with 6 girls in tow, he knew their lives would never be the same. They were now bound by something stronger than blood, a promise of unconditional love and unwavering support. The transition from Hope House to Michael's home was anything but smooth. His house, previously orderly and quiet, was now buzzing with the energy of 6 young girls. From the first day, Michael faced numerous challenges he hadn't fully anticipated. Financially, his salary as a police officer was modest, and the sudden increase in expenses for food, clothes, and school supplies quickly became overwhelming. The girls, though grateful, were also struggling to adapt. Each had her own personality, fears, and coping mechanisms. Emily, ever the protector, was wary of trusting anyone, even Michael. Olivia and Sophia clung to each other for comfort, often staying silent. Isabella and Ava were reserved, observing their new surroundings carefully. Mia, the youngest, seemed cheerful on the surface, but often cried herself to sleep. One evening, as Michael attempted to cook dinner, chaos erupted in the living room. Voices rose, followed by shattering glass. Rushing in, Michael found Emily and Olivia standing defiantly in front of a broken vase, their faces flushed with anger. "What happened?" Michael asked gently, keeping his voice calm despite his growing frustration. "She keeps bossing us around," Olivia cried, pointing at Emily. "She's not our mom." Emily's eyes flashed with hurt and defiance. "I'm just trying to keep us safe. No one else has ever cared." Michael knelt down, looking each girl in the eye. "I know it's hard," he said softly, "but we're a family now. We have to take care of each other." Emily turned away, but Olivia nodded slowly, tears streaming down her face. Michael gently hugged her, promising silently that he would find a way to heal these fractured hearts. That night, after putting the girls to bed, Michael sat heavily on the couch. Grace, sensing his distress, came by with groceries and much-needed emotional support. She listened patiently as Michael poured out his worries and doubts. "You're doing better than you think, Michael," she assured him. "They're testing you because they've been hurt before. Give it time." Over the next few weeks, Michael worked tirelessly to create stability. He established routines for meals, bedtime, and schoolwork. Grace visited regularly, becoming a comforting figure to the girls. Slowly, trust began to build. Financial strains persisted, and Michael often sacrificed his own needs to ensure the girls had enough. One evening, as he reviewed their bills, Emily quietly approached him. "I can work," she offered bravely. "I'm old enough to help." Michael's heart ached at her earnestness. "Emily, your job right now is to be a kid and focus on school. Let me worry about the rest." She hesitated, clearly torn. "I just don't want to be a burden." "You're not," Michael reassured firmly. "None of you are. We'll get through this together." The girls slowly began to open up, sharing fragments of their painful pasts and hidden dreams. Michael learned that Emily dreamed of becoming a doctor, Olivia loved teaching, and Sophia aspired to be a lawyer. Isabella revealed her passion for art, Ava her interest in helping others, and Mia expressed joy in cooking. Michael listened intently, promising to support their dreams no matter how difficult. Despite the daily struggles, small moments of joy began to appear. Movie nights became a cherished routine, laughter gradually filling the house. The girls started to call him Dad, initially hesitantly, but eventually with genuine affection. One quiet night, Michael found Mia crying softly in her bed. He sat beside her, gently wiping her tears. "What's wrong, sweetheart?" "I miss my real parents," she whispered, her voice breaking. Michael hugged her tightly. "It's okay to miss them. You can always talk to me about them. I'm here for you." Mia nodded, snuggling closer. "I'm glad you're my dad now," she murmured sleepily. Michael's eyes filled with tears as he tucked her in. Despite all the hardships, these moments made it all worthwhile. They were no longer just 6 girls from an orphanage. They were his daughters, bound by love and the promise of a better future. Months passed, and slowly but surely, the house that had once felt chaotic started to feel like home. The routines Michael had established began to offer stability, something the girls desperately needed. Grace became a permanent fixture in their lives, offering support and helping to fill the gaps where Michael struggled. Emily still carried her protective demeanor, but gradually she softened, allowing Michael to care for her as a father would. Olivia and Sophia, inseparable as ever, began to open up more, sharing their day-to-day experiences with Michael. Isabella started drawing again, filling the house with colorful artwork that brought warmth and character to their home. Ava began volunteering at a local shelter, inspired by Michael's acts of kindness. Mia became the house chef in training, often assisting Michael in the kitchen. Family dinners became a cherished time where everyone shared their daily experiences, triumphs, and struggles. One evening, while setting the table, Mia proudly presented a dish she had helped prepare. "Dad, I made this sauce all by myself," she exclaimed. Michael beamed with pride. "I can't wait to taste it, sweetheart." As they sat together, Michael looked around the table, his heart swelling with love and pride. "I'm grateful for each of you," he said sincerely. "I hope you know how much you all mean to me." The girls exchanged shy smiles. Emily, always the spokesperson, cleared her throat. "We know, Dad. And we're grateful for you, too." That simple acknowledgement filled Michael with joy. After dinner, as the girls cleaned up together, laughter and playful banter filled the kitchen, echoing through the house. Michael stood in the doorway, silently thanking whatever forces had brought them together. With growing trust came deeper bonds. Michael became more involved in their education and interests, attending parent-teacher meetings, helping with homework, and encouraging their individual passions. Emily excelled academically, and Michael proudly pinned her report card on the fridge. Olivia started tutoring younger students, inspired by her dream to teach. Sophia found herself engrossed in debates in school clubs, often practicing her arguments with Michael. Isabella's artwork began receiving recognition at school exhibitions, and Michael proudly displayed each piece. Ava found joy in her volunteering, frequently sharing touching stories at dinner. Mia developed a talent for cooking, often experimenting with recipes alongside Michael. One weekend, Michael took the girls to a local park for a picnic. They laughed and played games together, the air filled with the sound of their happiness. As the sun began to set, they sat together, watching the sky turn shades of orange and pink. Michael spoke softly, breaking the comfortable silence. "You know, I never imagined my life would turn out this way, but I wouldn't trade it for anything." Emily leaned against him, smiling softly. "We wouldn't either. You've given us a family." Sophia nodded in agreement. "You've shown us what it means to be loved." Tears glistened in Michael's eyes as he hugged them tightly. "You've given me so much more in return." That evening, as they packed up to head home, the bond between them felt stronger than ever. They were no longer just a group of people brought together by circumstance. They were a true family, united by love, trust, and the promise of a bright future. As the girls settled more comfortably into their new life, they began facing external challenges. At school, Emily and Olivia encountered difficulties with classmates who teased them for being adopted. Emily, always fiercely protective, stood up to the bullies, but the confrontations left both girls shaken. One afternoon, Michael received a call from the school principal informing him of a scuffle involving Emily. Worried, he immediately left work to speak with the principal and teachers. When he arrived, Emily sat outside the principal's office. Her arms crossed defiantly, tears barely held back. Michael knelt in front of her, speaking softly. "Emily, tell me what happened." "They called us charity cases," she muttered angrily, "and said you're not our real dad." Michael's heart broke seeing her pain. He hugged her gently, reassuring her. "Emily, family isn't defined by blood. It's defined by love. And you're my daughter, no matter what anyone says." Emily's tough facade crumbled slightly, and she hugged him back tightly. Michael then spoke with the principal, advocating for more support and understanding from the school staff and students. Back at home, Michael gathered all the girls in the living room. "We might face more moments like this," he said gently, "but always remember our family is built on love and strength. Together, we can face anything." Over the following weeks, Michael continued to advocate for the girls at school, attending meetings with teachers and counselors to ensure they received the support they needed. Slowly, the school environment improved, and classmates began to understand and respect their situation more. Meanwhile, Isabella struggled with self-doubt about her artistic abilities. After a classmate mocked one of her paintings, she stopped drawing, feeling discouraged. Michael noticed her quiet withdrawal and gently approached her one evening as she sat alone in her room. "Isabella," he said softly, sitting beside her, "what's wrong?" She hesitated, then quietly admitted, "I'm not good enough." They laughed at my art. Michael took her hand reassuringly. "Isabella, art isn't about what others think. It's about expressing yourself. And to me, your art is beautiful because it comes from your heart." Encouraged by his words, Isabella slowly returned to her sketchbook, pouring her emotions onto the page. Michael proudly displayed her new artwork around the house, reinforcing her confidence. At the same time, Ava faced challenges balancing her volunteer work with school responsibilities. Overwhelmed, she broke down in tears one evening, confiding in Michael. "I can't do it all," she sobbed. "I'm failing at everything." Michael hugged her gently, assuring her, "Ava, it's okay to take a step back. You don't have to do everything at once. Focus on what matters most, and I'll always be here to help you." With Michael's guidance, Ava learned to manage her time better, finding a balance that allowed her to excel both at school and volunteering. Through these challenges, the family's bond strengthened. Each girl learned the value of resilience, and Michael's unwavering support gave them the courage to face adversity head-on. Their home became not just a place of refuge, but a source of empowerment, preparing them for whatever life might bring next. As time passed, Michael's encouragement allowed each girl to begin nurturing their individual dreams and aspirations. Emily, with her strong academic performance, dreamed of becoming a doctor. She spent hours studying biology and chemistry, driven by her passion to help others. Michael supported her ambition wholeheartedly, helping her find internships and shadowing opportunities at local clinics. One evening, Emily returned home visibly excited. "Dad, I got accepted into a pre-med summer program," she exclaimed, waving the acceptance letter proudly. Michael beamed, embracing her tightly. "I knew you could do it, Emily. I'm so proud of you." Meanwhile, Olivia's nurturing nature led her toward a dream of becoming a teacher. She frequently helped Mia with homework and volunteered to tutor younger students at school. Michael observed her dedication with pride and encouraged her to pursue teaching courses. "Dad, I think I really want to be a teacher," Olivia confessed one night. "I love helping others learn." Michael smiled warmly. "You have a gift for it, Olivia. You'll make an incredible teacher." Sophia's sharp intellect and passion for justice guided her toward a career in law. She joined the debate team and often engaged Michael in discussions about current events and social issues. Michael admired her determination and often stayed up late discussing legal cases and theories with her. "Dad, I want to fight for people who can't fight for themselves," Sophia told him resolutely. Michael nodded approvingly. "I believe you will, Sophia. Your voice is powerful." Isabella's artistic talent continued to flourish. Encouraged by Michael's unwavering support, she began participating in local art competitions. Her confidence grew with each piece she created, each one more expressive than the last. One evening, she returned home holding a trophy. "I won first place," she announced joyfully, tears of happiness in her eyes. Michael hugged her tightly, feeling immense pride. "Your art speaks volumes, Isabella. Never stop expressing yourself." Ava's compassion and empathy found a natural outlet in social work. Inspired by Michael's example, she dedicated much of her free time to volunteering at shelters and community centers. Michael often joined her, strengthening their bond and commitment to serving others. "Dad, I want to dedicate my life to helping people," Ava told him earnestly. Michael smiled, his heart swelling with pride. "You already are, Ava, and I know you'll make a huge difference." Mia's passion for cooking blossomed into a serious aspiration to become a chef. She experimented with recipes, often surprising the family with delicious meals. Michael supported her dream, encouraging her creativity and helping her apply for cooking classes and workshops. One evening, after preparing an elaborate dinner, Mia looked up at Michael with hopeful eyes. "Do you think I could really become a chef?" Michael nodded firmly. "I have no doubt, Mia. You have talent and passion, and I'll always be here to support you." Watching each girl's dreams take shape filled Michael with profound joy. He knew their journeys would be filled with challenges, but he was confident in their strength and determination. Each girl's dream wasn't just an individual pursuit. It was a testament to the power of love, support, and the unbreakable bond of their unique family. As the girls grew older, they began embarking on paths that sometimes took them far from home. Emily left for university to pursue her medical studies, Olivia moved to a neighboring city for teacher training, and Sophia enrolled in a prestigious law school. The house, once bustling with activity, started feeling emptier and quieter. Michael struggled with the silence, missing the constant chatter and laughter. Despite his pride in their achievements, his heart ached with the void their absence created. Grace noticed her brother's loneliness and frequently visited, trying to fill the emptiness. One evening, while sharing a quiet dinner with Grace, Michael admitted, "I miss them, Grace. The house feels so empty without them." Grace squeezed his hand reassuringly. "You gave them wings, Michael. It's natural for them to fly, but they'll always come back home." Michael knew she was right, but the adjustment was still difficult. The younger girls, Isabella, Ava, and Mia, felt the absence too, often reminiscing about the times when all their sisters were home together. One night, Michael received a distressing call from Isabella, who had moved to an art school in another state. Her voice trembled as she confessed, "Dad, I don't know if I can do this. I feel so alone here." Michael's heart sank. "Hold on, Isabella. I'm coming to you." Without hesitation, he drove through the night to reach her, knowing his presence was needed more than ever. When Michael arrived, he found Isabella sitting alone in her dorm room, looking lost and overwhelmed. He wrapped her in a comforting embrace, allowing her tears to fall freely. "I feel like I don't belong here," she sobbed. "Everyone is so talented, and I'm struggling to keep up." Michael held her gently. "Isabella, you belong wherever you decide to be. Talent is just one part. Passion and perseverance matter more. You have both. Don't let self-doubt rob you of your dreams." Isabella nodded slowly, finding comfort in his unwavering belief in her. They spent the weekend together, Michael encouraging her, attending her classes, and meeting her professors. By the time he left, Isabella felt stronger and more determined to face her challenges head-on. Back home, Michael realized he needed to maintain connections with his daughters differently. He began regular video calls with each of them, sending care packages filled with reminders of home and encouraging them to lean on each other. Emily, Olivia, and Sophia, despite their busy schedules, made efforts to support their younger sisters from afar. The bond between the sisters remained strong, supported by Michael's constant presence in their lives, even from a distance. One evening, Michael received a heartfelt letter from Emily. "Dad, I realize now how much you've done for us. Every sacrifice, every moment of support shaped us into who we are. No matter how far we go, you'll always be our home." Michael read the letter with tears in his eyes, feeling immense pride and gratitude. His girls were growing up, pursuing their dreams, yet their family bond remained unbreakable. The house might have been emptier, but his heart was fuller than ever, filled with love and pride for the extraordinary women they were becoming. As life carried on, new challenges arose. Olivia was graduating from teacher training, a significant milestone. She had invited Michael to attend her graduation ceremony, eagerly anticipating his presence. However, the night before, Michael received an urgent call from work. A critical situation required his immediate attention. Torn and regretful, he realized he couldn't be there for Olivia's special day. The next day, Olivia stood among her classmates, scanning the audience for Michael, disappointment deepening with each passing minute. The ceremony ended without Michael in sight, leaving Olivia heartbroken and angry. That evening, she called Michael, her voice filled with hurt. "Why weren't you there, Dad? I needed you." Michael, exhausted and guilt-ridden, tried to explain. "Olivia, I'm so sorry. It was an emergency. I wanted to be there more than anything." Olivia hung up abruptly, her disappointment overshadowing any understanding. Days passed without communication, the silence growing painful. Michael felt helpless, unsure how to mend the growing rift. Grace noticed the tension and reached out to Olivia, gently encouraging her to talk to Michael. "He loves you deeply, Olivia," Grace reminded her. "He's heartbroken too." After reflecting on Grace's words, Olivia decided to visit home. She arrived unannounced, finding Michael in the living room, visibly weary from stress and worry. Their eyes met, both hesitant and filled with unspoken pain. "I'm sorry," Michael began softly, his voice thick with emotion. "I never meant to hurt you. Missing your graduation is something I'll regret forever." Olivia's anger softened as she saw the genuine sorrow in his eyes. "I know your job is important, Dad. It just hurt not having you there." Michael reached out to hug her tightly. "Nothing is more important than you girls. Sometimes my job pulls me away, but my heart is always with you." Olivia hugged him back, tears streaming down her face. "I understand now. I'm sorry for being so hard on you." They spent hours talking, mending the hurt, and reinforcing their bond. The other sisters, hearing of the misunderstanding, reached out to Olivia, offering their support and love. That night, the family gathered around the dinner table once more, the atmosphere filled with forgiveness and understanding. Michael felt profound relief, knowing their bond could withstand even the toughest misunderstandings. Remember, Michael reminded them gently, no matter what happens, we talk it through. We're a family and nothing can change that. Olivia smiled warmly. We know, Dad, and we're stronger together. Through this challenging experience, they learned the importance of communication, empathy, and forgiveness, deepening their connection and reinforcing the unbreakable strength of their family. Time passed swiftly, and each girl began achieving remarkable success in their chosen fields. Emily completed her medical degree, becoming a respected physician. Olivia found fulfillment in teaching, influencing countless young lives. Sophia earned her law degree and quickly built a reputation for her strong advocacy. Isabella's artwork gained recognition in galleries. Ava excelled in her social work, and Mia became a talented chef at a popular local restaurant. Proud of their achievements, the girls decided to organize a surprise event to honor Michael, a heartfelt expression of their gratitude for his unwavering support and love. They carefully planned every detail, ensuring it would be a memorable occasion. On the day of the event, Michael was told they were going for a simple family dinner. As they approached a local community hall, Michael noticed numerous familiar cars parked outside. His curiosity grew. When they walked inside, Michael was astonished to see the hall beautifully decorated, filled with friends, colleagues, and neighbors. At the center of the room stood his 6 daughters, each smiling warmly, waiting to embrace him. "What's going on?" Michael asked, bewildered yet touched. Emily stepped forward, her eyes glistening. "This is for you, Dad. We wanted to show you how much you mean to us." The evening unfolded with heartfelt speeches from each daughter, recounting moments of laughter, tears, and triumphs they shared with Michael. Emily spoke first, her voice steady yet emotional. "Dad, you gave us strength and belief in ourselves. Without you, none of our successes would be possible." Olivia followed, sharing touching anecdotes from her childhood. "You taught us kindness and resilience. You showed us the power of love." Sophia spoke passionately about justice and how Michael had inspired her career. "You fought for us, Dad, and taught us to fight for others. You're our hero." Isabella presented Michael with a beautiful painting, capturing their family's journey vividly. "You always believed in my dreams. This painting represents the love and hope you gave us." Ava shared stories of their community service, inspired by Michael's example. "You showed us the importance of giving back. We're forever grateful." Lastly, Mia stepped up shyly, holding back tears. "Dad, you made us a family. You gave us a home filled with love and laughter." Michael, deeply moved, struggled to speak through his tears. "You girls have been my greatest blessing. Watching you grow and succeed fills me with pride and joy. Thank you for making my life meaningful." The evening continued with laughter, memories, and warmth. Surrounded by his daughters, Michael felt profound gratitude and happiness. This reunion wasn't just a celebration of their successes, it was a testament to their enduring bond, built on love, sacrifice, and unwavering support. Life had settled into a comforting rhythm, with Michael savoring the successes and frequent visits of his daughters. However, one ominous day, everything changed dramatically. Michael, on patrol in a seemingly calm neighborhood, received an urgent call about a violent robbery in progress at a local convenience store. Without hesitation, he rushed to the scene, his heart pounding with adrenaline. Arriving swiftly, Michael assessed the chaotic scene quickly. Civilians were running in panic, and 2 armed robbers were threatening the cashier and customers. Michael called for backup but knew he couldn't wait. Drawing his weapon, he approached cautiously, his voice steady as he commanded, "Drop your weapons now!" The robbers, startled and cornered, turned their guns toward him. A fierce exchange of gunfire erupted. Amid the chaos, a sudden, searing pain pierced Michael's chest. The sound of the shot reverberated through the store as he collapsed heavily onto the cold floor, his vision blurring and darkness quickly enveloping him. News of the tragic incident reached each daughter with crushing intensity. Emily, in the middle of her shift at the hospital, froze as she heard the words from a frantic colleague. "Your father's been shot. He's critical. Her medical training vanished momentarily, replaced by sheer panic. She dropped everything and sprinted toward the emergency room. Across the country, Olivia received the call at school, Sophia at her law office, Isabella at her art studio, Ava at her social work agency, and Mia at her restaurant kitchen. Each felt an overwhelming, suffocating dread as they abandoned their lives instantly, racing home to their father. The hospital room was dimly lit, filled with the rhythmic beeping of monitors and the hum of life support machines. Michael lay motionless, pale and fragile, connected to countless tubes and wires. Emily arrived first, her heart shattering at the sight. Despite her professional composure, she couldn't hold back tears as she clutched his limp hand, pleading silently for him to fight. Soon after, the other girls arrived, each stepping into the room with overwhelming dread. Olivia collapsed into tears. Isabella and Mia sobbed uncontrollably. Sophia trembled visibly, and Ava stood frozen, shock etched on her face. The room filled with their collective grief, each daughter grappling with the horrifying reality. Days blurred into weeks as Michael remained unconscious, his condition critical. The girls remained steadfast by his side, their lives now revolving around his hospital bed. They shared cherished memories, hoping their voices could reach him and bring him back. Emily tirelessly consulted with the medical team, analyzing reports and treatment options. Her sisters relied heavily on her strength, yet even she found herself breaking down in private moments. One quiet night, Emily sat alone with Michael, tears streaming down her face. "Please, Dad, fight! We can't lose you," she whispered desperately. Their bond strengthened immeasurably during those dark days. Hospital staff admired their unwavering devotion, offering support and quiet prayers. Hope seemed distant, but they clung to each faint sign, a subtle movement, a slight change in the monitors. One evening, as they all gathered around Michael, recounting happier times, Mia suddenly gasped. "Did you see that?" she whispered urgently. They all leaned in, hearts racing. Michael's fingers twitched slightly. They watched breathlessly as his eyelids fluttered and slowly, painfully, his eyes opened, weak yet full of recognition. "Dad!" Sophia exclaimed, relief and joy washing over them. Tears flowed freely as they embraced, their prayers finally answered. Michael's journey to recovery had just begun, but their family's unbreakable bond had proven stronger than ever, forged through hardship and solidified by love. Michael's path to recovery was painstaking and fraught with obstacles. Each day presented new challenges, both physically and emotionally, but his daughters were relentless in their support. They took turns caring for him, guiding him through exhausting rehabilitation exercises and celebrating every small milestone. His progress was slow but steady, fueled by their unwavering love and devotion. As Michael gradually regained his strength, his daughters noticed the struggles he faced within their home. The house, which once felt spacious and comfortable, had become a maze of difficulties for him. Narrow doorways, steep stairs, and inaccessible spaces made even simple daily tasks daunting. The girls realized they needed to find a solution to make his life more manageable and comfortable. Emily, being a physician, understood the importance of a safe and accessible environment for Michael's continued recovery. One evening, as she gathered her sisters, she proposed a heartfelt idea. "Dad has always put our needs first. Now it's our turn to give back. Let's build him a new home, designed specifically to accommodate his current needs." The suggestion resonated deeply with everyone. They unanimously agreed, determined to make it happen. Each daughter embraced a role suited to their skills and passions. Emily began coordinating the medical necessities, ensuring every aspect of the new home supported Michael's health. Olivia eagerly volunteered for interior design, envisioning a warm, welcoming space. Sophia took charge of the legalities and paperwork involved in acquiring land and managing construction. Isabella, excited about the project, sketched vibrant and inspiring artwork to adorn the new home's walls. Ava, with her compassionate nature, envisioned the home as a social haven where Michael could comfortably entertain friends and family. Mia, passionate about cooking, meticulously planned an accessible, state-of-the-art kitchen tailored to Michael's needs. The planning phase was filled with secrecy and excitement. The girls held clandestine meetings, whispered conversations, and exchanged knowing glances whenever Michael was nearby. Their unity and excitement were palpable. Michael, observant and intuitive, noticed their behavior but chose to stay silent, appreciating their closeness. One evening, as Michael sat with Grace in their old living room, he remarked with gentle curiosity, "They're definitely up to something. There's a lot of whispering and secretive smiles, but it fills my heart with joy to see them so united." Grace, privy to their secret plans, smiled knowingly. "You'll find out soon enough, Michael. All I can say is that those girls love you more than words can express." Michael chuckled softly, his curiosity growing, but his heart warmed by their obvious devotion. Little did he know, a remarkable surprise awaited him, a testament to the incredible bond they had forged through years of love, challenges, and unwavering support. After months of meticulous planning, hard work, and anticipation, the special day finally arrived. Michael's daughters carefully guided him into their car, their faces alight with barely contained excitement. Michael, still curious but patient, observed their eager expressions and couldn't help but feel touched by their enthusiasm. They drove through familiar streets before entering a beautiful new neighborhood, quiet and serene. The car stopped in front of an elegant, single-story house, its exterior charming and inviting. Michael looked around in confusion, his curiosity piqued. "What's this?" he asked, bewildered. Emily stepped forward, her eyes glistening with emotion. "Dad, this is your new home. We designed it specifically for you, to make your life easier, more comfortable, and happier. It's our way of showing you how much you mean to us." Michael's eyes widened in shock and awe. Speechless, he allowed his daughters to guide him inside. The moment he stepped into the house, he was struck by the thoughtfulness and love evident in every detail. Wide doorways allowed easy access, ramps replaced stairs, and every room was meticulously planned to suit his needs. The living room was cozy, yet spacious, filled with natural light. Isabella's vibrant artwork adorned the walls, capturing the essence of their family journey. Olivia's decor created a warm, welcoming atmosphere. Mia eagerly showed him the kitchen, expertly designed with accessible features and top-tier appliances. Tears filled Michael's eyes as he absorbed everything around him. Overwhelmed by emotion, he turned to his daughters, his voice choked with gratitude. "You've already given me so much. Your love, your support, your strength. But this is beyond anything I ever imagined." Sophia stepped forward, her voice gentle but firm. "Dad, you've spent your whole life taking care of us, teaching us the importance of love, kindness, and perseverance. This is our way of saying thank you, of showing you how deeply you're loved and appreciated." Each daughter embraced him in turn, tears flowing freely as they shared the depth of their feelings. Michael, surrounded by the love of his daughters in their new home, felt an overwhelming sense of peace and fulfillment. This gesture was not just about providing comfort. It symbolized their enduring bond, resilience, and the powerful journey they had shared together. Standing in his new home, Michael knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together stronger than ever. News of Michael and his daughter's remarkable journey and their heartfelt gesture quickly spread throughout the community. People from all walks of life were deeply moved by their story of love, resilience, and gratitude. Local newspapers ran heartwarming articles about their family, describing in detail the incredible bond that had grown stronger through years of trials and triumphs. Soon, their inspiring story reached beyond their local town, capturing attention across the state and even the country. Media outlets sought interviews, eager to share the profound impact of their unity and strength. Though initially hesitant about the spotlight, Michael and his daughters agreed, realizing the potential to inspire and encourage others facing similar challenges. Invitations to speak at various community events, schools, and charitable gatherings flooded in. Each daughter shared their unique experiences, detailing how Michael's unwavering support and love had shaped their lives. Emily spoke passionately about overcoming adversity through perseverance, while Olivia emphasized the power of compassion and understanding. Sophia discussed the importance of fighting for justice and standing up for others, inspired by Michael's lifelong commitment to serving his community. Isabella captivated audiences with her story of finding self-confidence through art, attributing her success to Michael's encouragement. Ava shared heartfelt anecdotes about the significance of giving back to society, a value instilled by their father. Mia, the youngest, spoke emotionally about the comfort and warmth found in family bonds, highlighting Michael's role in creating a loving, nurturing home. Their heartfelt speeches resonated deeply, inspiring countless individuals to reach out with letters expressing gratitude and admiration. Strangers shared personal stories, recounting how the family's journey gave them hope and strength during their struggles. Michael, deeply humbled, read each letter carefully, often moved to tears by the impact their story had on others. Grace, Michael's steadfast supporter, often accompanied the family to these events, beaming with pride. "You've all turned your struggles into a beacon of hope," she often reminded them gently, her eyes filled with admiration. Through this process, Michael and his daughters realized their journey wasn't just personal. It had become a powerful symbol of hope, love, and resilience for many. They embraced their new roles as advocates, and understanding the profound importance of sharing their story to inspire and uplift others. Embracing their newfound platform, Michael and his daughters decided to establish a foundation dedicated to supporting children in foster care and orphanages. Named Harris Family Hope Foundation, their mission was to provide resources, mentorship, and emotional support to children facing similar adversities they had overcome. Launching the foundation involved tireless efforts. Sophia managed legal and organizational tasks, Emily coordinated health services, Olivia focused on educational programs, Isabella led art therapy initiatives, Ava spearheaded community outreach, and Mia organized culinary workshops. Their unique talents blended seamlessly, creating comprehensive programs that offered genuine support to children in need. The community rallied behind their cause, offering generous donations and volunteering their time. Local businesses provided sponsorships, and community members eagerly participated in fundraising events. Michael's inspiring presence and his daughter's heartfelt commitment drew overwhelming support, turning the foundation into a thriving beacon of hope and change. One memorable evening, during the foundation's inaugural fundraising gala, Michael stood before a large, attentive audience, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "Our journey has been marked by challenges and hardships, but also by incredible love and resilience. Tonight we stand here because of your support, united in our mission to ensure every child feels valued, loved, and empowered." As applause filled the room, Michael looked proudly at his daughters, each radiating confidence and determination. He realized their family's journey had transcended personal boundaries, evolving into something far greater, a powerful force of hope and transformation. The Harris Family Hope Foundation quickly expanded, reaching countless lives, offering hope and opportunities to many children who needed it most. Through their tireless dedication, Michael and his daughters found profound fulfillment, witnessing firsthand the tangible difference they made in their community and beyond. Standing together, they knew their bond had not only transformed their own lives, but had also ignited a wave of positive change, proving that love, unity, and resilience could overcome even the most daunting obstacles, creating a brighter future for all. The years had brought immense challenges, incredible triumphs, and profound changes. Yet the bond between Michael and his daughters had only grown stronger. Each had carved out successful, fulfilling lives, deeply influenced by the love and guidance they received from Michael. As time passed, their family expanded, bringing in new generations, grandchildren who filled their lives with laughter and joy. One crisp autumn day, Michael sat quietly on the porch of his thoughtfully designed home, reflecting on the remarkable journey he and his daughters had shared. The scent of freshly fallen leaves mingled with the distant laughter of children playing in the yard. Michael watched his grandchildren with pride and contentment, feeling deeply fulfilled by the legacy he and his daughters had built. That afternoon, his daughters and their families gathered for a special reunion. Each arrival brought heartfelt embraces, joyful tears, and an overwhelming sense of belonging. As they settled around the large table set in the backyard, Michael raised his glass, his eyes glistening with emotion. "Today we celebrate not just the journey we've taken, but the family we've become. Through every trial and triumph, your love and strength have been my guiding light. I couldn't be prouder of each of you." Emily smiled warmly, her eyes filled with love. "Dad, everything we are, everything we've achieved, is because of you. You've taught us the true meaning of family." Olivia nodded, adding softly, "Your unwavering love and belief in us gave us the courage to chase our dreams and the strength to overcome any challenge." Sophia, her voice steady but emotional, spoke up. "You've shown us the importance of standing up for what we believe in and fighting for others. Your legacy is one of kindness and justice." Isabella, her voice filled with gratitude, added, "You taught us that our dreams matter, that our passions are worth pursuing. You've made us who we are." Ava, her eyes bright with tears, joined in. "Your compassion and empathy have inspired us to give back, to make a difference. You've made the world a better place." Mia, the youngest, spoke gently. "You've given us a home filled with love, laughter, and warmth. We're so grateful for everything you've done." Michael listened quietly, deeply moved by their heartfelt words. He felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude and pride, knowing that their family bond was unbreakable, solidified through years of love, sacrifice, and unwavering support. As the day unfolded, the family shared cherished stories and laughter, creating new memories that would last a lifetime. Children played games, adults reminisced, and the warmth of family enveloped them all. Michael felt profound joy seeing his daughters interact, their bond as strong as ever, now enriched by the next generation. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over their gathering, Michael stood up slowly, gazing around at his beloved family. "Life has taught me that true wealth isn't measured by material things, but by the love we share, the bonds we forge, and the memories we create together. Today, I'm the richest man in the world, surrounded by the most extraordinary family." His daughters gathered around him, wrapping him in a tight embrace. Emily whispered softly, "We love you, Dad, always and forever." Michael held them close, tears of happiness streaming down his face. "I love you all more than words can express." As the stars began to appear in the night sky, the family lingered in the comforting glow of their togetherness. This gathering wasn't just a celebration, it was a powerful testament to the enduring strength of their bond, the depth of their love, and the incredible journey they had shared. Michael looked up at the star-filled sky, feeling a profound sense of peace. Their journey had been marked by hardships and triumphs, challenges and victories. But through it all, they had emerged stronger, united by an unbreakable bond of love and devotion. This wasn't just a moment in time. It was a timeless affirmation of family, a beautiful reminder that no matter what life brought, they would always have each other. Their story, a powerful testament to resilience, love, and hope, would continue to inspire generations to come. As they stood together under the starlit sky, they knew they would forever be a family, bound by love, strength, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow.